Okay. Yeah, it's weird not having Stav. I guess I kind of let him get things started.
Oh, I can do the stav part if you want.
Well, who's fucking...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a sexual-ass Cum Town. It's Valentine's Day. We got filling in for Stav, Fat Pussy Amber.
I'm going to be on the road on Valentine's Day if any girls are trying to get raped. Wink, wink. Oink, oink.
Stav is in Plano, Texas, having sex and doing stand-up. So, filling in bravely. Not filling in space-wise, but...
Yeah, it would take a few of me.
But filling in on the mic is our buddy Amber.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Amber.
Hi. You're going to be on a show with us.
Yeah, I'm going to...
Yeah.
Hey, it's my mother's birthday the next day.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah. We're having Racine give us some good
he sent me the
bits.
script.
Yeah. We're
I think he had
adjusting
to
it.
cut a couple of those jokes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
I think, yeah.
I wanted him to work in what my mob name would be, which is Little Pussy, but that's
Little Pussy.
Yeah, but
okay.
that's a little too Jersey. It's not quite casino.
I guess, yeah. What would your mob name be?
Was Little Pussy actually on The Sopranos, or was that
No,
just a
I just think it's cute.
Well, there is a character named Little Pussy that they reference.
Really? Because Big Pussy is obviously the rat friend.
Yeah.
They reference a Little Pussy?
I think so.
I
and
don't
that's why
remember
he's
that.
Big Pussy, because there's a Little Pussy, isn't there?
His son? The one that
There's
goes
a
to
different-
Villanova?
No.
Whatever. I'm taking it. I'm Little Pussy
Yeah.
anatomically, and
Yeah, Amber's
Yeah,
actually
she-
got one of the smallest pussies.
Yeah, it's a medical
In New York
issue,
City.
actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for some men, that could be...
You're filling in for Stav great.
Thanks.
Abnormally small genitalia.
Yeah.
That's really all you need.
Yeah.
It's the recipe for success.
Yeah. I'll make up a parody song about it later.
Yeah.
So we're having a sexual-ass Valentine's Day, the three of us. Nick, have you busted today?
No, I got my hair cut. I did some...
It looks
Looks
very
good.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
I said that when I walked in.
Thank you.
And less Nazi, I think. A little bit more classic, man. A little bit more Jidena vibes this time.
What happened to Jidena? Is he back in Nigeria?
He's just brushing his hair somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
trying to make it
Didn't he have
relaxed.
some weird take recently? Didn't he?
Is he back in the news?
He said something. I can't remember what it was, but it was definitely exactly what you'd expect from a classic man.
He gave a classic style take.
It's not this, but we're going to say he came out in support of bride burning. I don't remember what it was exactly, but I feel it's like it's in the same kind of territory.
Well, there was that line in Classic Man about female genital mutilation, right?
That was the extended cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the extent about honor killings.
I'm a classic man. You can be me if you clip the V. I don't know what the fuck. What would
I'm
you
a
say?
classic man.
You can be me if you clip.
If you could fuck me if you turn 13.
Yeah. Something like that.
Working it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't contribute very
Oh
well.
No,
no,
it's
it's
fine.
It's
I'm
a slow
actually-
start for everybody.
I'm the worst at this
Yeah.
of the three of us. So
I
no.
can't do it anymore. It's I don't have
Nick
it in
thinks
me.
he lost his power.
I don't think that's my power. I think my power is being
It's
charming.
one of your powers. Yeah, your charm.
Is my ability to charm my way into any situation. Into flight school.
Into flight school in Florida.
Yeah.
Despite the beard.
Yeah.
God, that thing looks disgusting.
What, the beard?
It's actually kind of looking better today.
No,
Well,
it's
it looks
bad.
better. It looks better because I cut my hair.
It kind of looks a little too wet sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well,
Yeah.
It gets food in it.
Yeah.
But
You
do
gotta
you
wash
oil
out.
it?
Yeah, you have to because the skin underneath will dry out.
Yeah.
And then you get like face dandruff.
That happens to me with my thick mustache.
Mm-hmm.
I have to wax it
I really only
Go
have it
Steve
out of
Harvey.
spite at this point.
because so many people have told
Well,
you to cut it.
I get DMs from people that are like, bro, you need to shave your face. And I'll go to their page and they can't grow a beard. And it's like, yeah, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, you're
I see what you guys started doing.
I thought
Right
men
around
usually liked it.
2014, a lot of these can't grow beard guys started being like, actually, beards are stupid.
Yeah. I'm a member of the community, and I was doing that in 2014. But it was annoying when we moved to New York. Every single guy in Brooklyn.
It was before that because I was living in Texas for years prior to that, and everyone had a beard there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Texas style.
Texas style beard. Stav's down there growing a beard. Can you imagine how weird he would look with the big beard? Just like an egg poking out of the carton. It's just like level. What's up, guys? Just his stupid head. He would look like Darth Vader when they removed the helmet at the end. And it's all just, it's up to here. And then this weird, bald, burned head.
Oh, God.
You should try it. Go for the Santa thing.
I don't think he can do it.
Darth Stavros. It'd be funny if he had the Force. Can you imagine how much fatter he would be if he had the Force?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He wouldn't leave the couch.
Just the walls are all fucked up in his apartment. It's like, what happened? And then there's like a clear path where the refrigerator has just smashed through the walls.
It's just...
He didn't want to get off the couch.
When
just used the
when the foot
With
was
dragging the fridge to him?
He's dragging the fridge to him.
just floating the fridge.
Just smashing into the wall to get fucking grape leaves out of the fridge and then putting it back, but doing it lazily so it knocks over everybody's shit. I'd be like, I know what happened. I know what fucking happened.
I didn't eat your shit, Petey.
Yeah. I need to hear shit from you. Got a long day. I don't know what happened to the fridge.
It just reminds me of when the foot was broken and he'd run out of underwear and he was just wearing bathing suits.
He's wearing bathing suits.
And he
or
had,
sometimes nothing at all.
and then he had a rolling desk chair that he would use his one good foot to move himself around the apartment.
Yeah, he should have given lessons to Weinstein prior to the trial. He's like, no, that's Walker's not enough.
Just wearing a bathing suit. Nick and I just driven back from DC. He's just unable to fucking move his own body, making Eldest do things for him.
Yeah, Eldest, who
What a
will
good friend.
soon lose use of his own legs.
Well,
It's going to be a legless household.
Well, no, Eldest moved in with the GF, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. It's the end of an era.
Stops going through her breakup
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
with his bestie from diapers. Very
Well, they're
sad.
both still in diapers
They both are.
from time to time.
Yeah, it's my friend from diapers. Oh yeah. So Amber, how has been working on the road for Bernie been?
Very exhausting, but
You
know,
seem
he's winning.
exhausted.
Yeah, I'm very tired, but he's the chances of him winning are growing by the day. So
Has
that's
he
good.
noticed you?
Has Senpai noticed me?
Has Bernie Sanders noticed me? Challenge 2020 has it been working
Like
out
the-
for
I
you?
Like
haven't
the
run
guy
into
in
him, but I met him
Fury
before his run once.
Just fucking Amber putting spray paint all over her mouth. He
Shiny and
noticed me.
chrome. Shiny and chrome.
Mm-hmm.
How close have you gotten?
I'm gonna rewatch that movie.
That movie's sick, bro.
Somebody
It's
tried
great.
to say it was bad recently. I can't remember
No.
who, but I was like, no, that's not. That's the wrong one.
There was a period when we were roommates when we watched it like
I still watch
all
it
the
more.
time.
I still watch it more than anything. You know what I
It
have.
was just on in the background for like
Yeah.
a month.
I do that. I put Blade Runner on. Not that often, but
The
Fury
original.
Fury Road I would watch a lot. I have Dread too, and Dread's great to watch. And I had not watched it in a fucking decade until we watched it with Tim Dillon.
That was so fun.
Yeah,
Tim loved it.
yeah. That movie,
Tim is like, I just want to do Blow right now.
that movie rocks.
He's like, I used to go to the theater, sit in the back row, do Blow, watch movies like this.
Have you seen it? He was just trying to trick you into doing Blow with him.
Well, is he
Yeah.
gonna try to
He
trick
was
me
like,
into
you know
sex?
what? You should sit on my lap. We should watch this, but with you sitting on my lap.
Imagine me becoming a drug slave for Tim Dillon.
It's only a matter of time.
He's like, that's great. I would love to imagine it. Have you seen Dread?
No,
Oh, it rocks.
The remake.
no.
It is so good. Yeah. We've
I have
referenced
large
it
gaps
plenty of
in my.
times.
This is another way I'm very Stavros. I have large gaps in my video or in my movie watching history.
Yeah.
Because I repeat watch things a lot.
Yeah. Once you get to a certain age, it's hard to like
I have to
You
go
have
to
to-
the theater.
Well, you have to force yourself. Like, it comes natural to you to just want to watch as many things as possible, or read as many things as possible, or listen to as much music as possible until you're like 23, 24, somewhere in there.
Yeah, your brain does shift. You stop absorbing.
Yeah,
things.
and then it's like, well, fuck it. I've seen the shit that I like. Like, I watch maybe one movie a year now that could come out that's new.
Really?
Yeah.
I do a lot more. The only reason I see older movies is when they show it like Film Forum or something, because I like literally have to force myself to be in a place where I can't look at my phone.
Dude, that theater is
or
so
old Jews
funny.
will hiss at me.
No, it's the opposite. They're so badly behaved in movie theaters.
They talk, but they don't
They
like
talk
phones.
at full volume.
But they don't like phones.
I was at Film Forum, and there was this old woman who came in with like 9 bags that just spilled into the aisle. And she had her phone on full brightness as the movie was starting. She's like, I don't know how to turn it off. How do I turn this off? And then, oh my God, she made me want to fucking kill myself. And she just kept talking the entire movie. And she's like, that character reminds me of Trump. And I was just like,
Maybe
Jesus.
she has autism. I feel like there's like Jews never even considered Asperger's.
Oh, yeah.
They had never even like would imagine that because it's a part of their culture.
It's yeah.
It's true.
yeah.
And then in the 90s,
And
Not picking up on
Neurodiversity-
social
Yeah,
cues.
in the
Neurodiversity
90s
is culturally dependent.
Not
Right.
listening.
in the 90s, like white people were like, I think my kid's a kike or something. And then the doctor's like, no, he has Asperger's. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's his real father.
Well, you know who Asperger was.
I was thinking his father was some guy named Asperg.
You know who
And
Asperger
this
was.
isn't my kid because he doesn't know how to run without flailing his wrists, and he won't shut up.
Dr. Asperg was a Nazi doctor who saved the kids, who said that they weren't full retard and so therefore didn't need to be killed.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Wow.
Dr.
Another
Asperg,
another reason to never
Dr.
go full
Asperg
retard.
was
It's a Christmas
Might save your
miracle.
life.
Dr. Asperg was a benevolent Nazi.
That would be a great Christmas movie. It's a doctor that's diagnosing the Jews with half retard at Auschwitz.
Well, I think it was
So they're
was
just-
Aryan kids with
They're
Asperger's.
just sentenced to hard labor.
I don't think he saved
They're-
any Jews with
they're-
Asperger's.
Right.
They have their retard strength.
But it's so funny that Asperger's was a Nazi invention. Quite literally a Nazi invention.
Wow.
My therapist told me that.
Well, then it's probably true.
I was describing the fan base of the show, and he's like, that's really funny because I was like, yeah, some of them are Nazis, some of them have Asperger's. He's like, oh, that's funny because Asperger was a Nazi. And I was like, you just blew my fucking mind, bro. And then I paid him money for that.
All right. Do you have a Jewish doctor?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I have an Irish Catholic accountant and an Irish Catholic therapist.
I got rid of our Irish
I found
Catholic
the only
accountant because I think he's
non-Jews
a
that do that
moron.
in New York City.
Yeah.
You think he's immoral?
No, I think he's a moron.
Oh,
he's a
you
moron.
fired?
Well, I got rid of him. Chapo is still going.
He's
like,
he's very rude.
Oh,
That
yeah.
office.
He
is
makes me-
He's
fucking
nice to me.
He
He's-
makes me
but I
feel
think he's
bad.
incompetent.
Their office is fucking terrible at communicating things. It's like
He only hires fresh off the boaters. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, he only hires full Irish,
Hello.
It's
even
like-
though he's New York Irish.
part of the
Yeah.
reason I pay them is so I don't have to know anything about fucking taxes.
I know.
And
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, what do I pay? And they're like, it's all there. And it's like,
Yeah.
what do you mean it's all? You tell me exactly what the fuck it is,
No.
and on what page it is. There's no reason to go back and forth 9 times.
No.
But anyways, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have to get into this. This is a very kikey conversation.
Yeah.
But I am proud of myself for not seeing a Jew accountant or therapist. It's a mark of pride that I have.
I had when I was trying to get better at writing regularly because I got the ADHD.
Uh-huh.
I went to
A psychiatrist?
a psychiatrist for a while, and he was a Republican Orthodox
An Orthodox Jew?
Jewish, who's just,
Well,
just
they're all
like you need to
Republican.
get married.
Is that what
Yeah, he's like you need to go to church and get married. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
look, you're probably right, but like, how do I
Just
finish
give
this
me
book?
my drugs.
No, I go to a different guy for that, and he is a CrossFit guy,
Uh-huh.
and he is hot.
Oh, really?
He is super hot.
Well, my
He is
fri-
also Jewish. Though.
When my friend was in law school, he went to an Indian guy, and the Indian guy was literally just a drug dealer.
Yeah.
What
like-
kind of pills do you
He was
want?
like, I give you anything you want. I write you the script. Yeah.
Dude, they're
Mine is
hilarious.
good.
Yeah. Most of the psychiatrists in New York City or not a large percentage, are either Russian or Indian. I don't know why.
I definitely had a Russian Dr. Feelgood when I first got to New York. Now I have a very ethical, hot CrossFit guy.
I would never see that guy just judging me with his body.
Oh, God. His
Just
body is
sitting there
amazing.
with his shirt off.
The only doctors I see smoke cigarettes.
There you
Have
go.
bad health. That look like stav.
Dr. Stavros.
Dr. Stav.
That was already a character we did that was, it's Dr. John, but it's Stavros.
Yeah.
Wait, who's Dr. John?
Dr. John was like a Zydeco musician. He was
Oh,
like-
yeah.
So it's just Stav on stage playing harmonica.
With his
and-
tooth.
yeah. And
Making a
bunch of-
gumbo.
Just like a band where he's always cycling out like 27-year-old kind of heavyset black women with dreads that play trumpet. Like a lot. And they have names like Sharon Debenois.
Yeah. That would be a great lateral movement for him, Zydeco musician.
I don't know if he has the gift for music.
He doesn't.
He doesn't like art.
Yeah.
He doesn't like anything.
He doesn't like doing things.
He doesn't like, he doesn't like movies or books or music.
Wow.
Anything.
Sorry, Will just text me from the Chapo Trap House. Vincent Curatola, the actor that played Johnny Sack, who's a must follow on Twitter, by the way, quote tweeted Will and said, "Another empty fucking suit."
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I think he made.
It sounds cool.
Both literally, it doesn't make.
Oh
any
no!
sense.
So Will's tweet was it's De Blasio plans to endorse Bernie Sanders, and Will says, "Send this one back, thanks but no thanks." And then Johnny Sack said, "Another empty fucking suit."
Even more,
Incredible.
I'm even more confused.
It doesn't make any
I don't know
sense,
what
but
that
it's very
means.
cool that Johnny Sack.
He's just shooting off tweets. Yeah.
Yeah, his Twitter's amazing. I did like a deep dive, and like
Is he like one of the political ones that's
Yeah.
always?
He's
Anna found it, right?
Anna Katchian found it and showed it to me. He's MAGA. He's mad. He hates the Pope because he thinks the Pope gives preference to poor kids over rich kids.
Right.
He's like, it's not their fault that they grew up with money.
Imagine
He's
thinking.
like,
Well, I
imagine thinking that that's a conspiracy,
Yeah.
and not like they're
Well,
the Pope is too nice.
if he's
too
confirmed
nice to-
Catholic, odds are there is a subtext to his anger at the Catholic Church.
yeah.
He thinks
A
the-
childhood trauma, one might say.
He
Yeah.
thinks that the Pope is unfair to rich kids. It's such a funny take. Oh man,
Damn. Anytime I hear about pedophilia now, I get hungry for pizza if I haven't had it in a while.
really?
Which
You
is
just have,
nice.
like,
Which is
the
honestly nice.
flavor receptors
That's a
on
thing.
your tongue.
That's a thing that people don't appreciate Pizzagate for. Is it now when you hear about something as awful as children being raped en masse, you get to go. I haven't called Papa John's in a while. I haven't had fucking breadsticks or
I like
the Papa's 3-cheese pizza.
I like the that gross garlic oil stuff.
Dude,
It's
I used to save it. I used to bring it home from work and I'd fry chicken in it.
Oh my god, that
Stav
sounds
does-
amazing.
Yeah.
Stav just drinks it.
Yeah.
Shots.
Yeah.
Stav
takes shit.
it's
He does
fuel.
body shots.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Keeps him alive. He has an IV bag he hooks up.
Stav loves the garlic butter. Yeah.
He sticks his dick inside the hypodermic needle. He puts his entire dick inside the hole in the hypodermic needle, and it.
Fat, right?
fat.
He's
and,
fat.
and his dick is small,
And his dick
he's
is
not
small,
here.
and he's not here, and he can't defend
He
himself.
can't deny it.
And he's
And if he were here, the answer would be yes. Those are things.
yeah,
that are
he would
true.
agree with us. He wouldn't
Yeah.
say no, those are true.
We know. I
My
know.
dick
Stav,
isn't small. I'm not fat.
He wouldn't
I
say
choose
that.
to be bald.
I know Stav well enough to know that he would say, "You got me on that." I
Yes,
did put my dick in a
exactly.
hypodermic needle.
He would
Yeah.
agree.
Ugh.
So how was Iowa?
Did
It
you
was
get
good.
any? Oh, here's I'll fill in for Stav. Did you get any pussy in Iowa?
No, Chapo is very like if we're all standing in a row and we're traveling and everyone recognizes us, there will be a receiving line where they ask to shake hands and get selfies with everyone but me. Like the men
They're
are all
afraid
terrified
of
of
you.
me. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yay! Right.
Yeah.
And then they walk home and they go, "Stop." stupid, stupid, stupid.
It was your chance.
That was the chance.
There was your one chance.
Now somebody else in line
Fuck it.
had the courage to do it. Oh well, back to posting fantasies about a violent revolution on the internet, where I have the capability of confronting anyone I disagree with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My one
I will
night
say
out of
the-
the house.
The people that go to like not necessarily the shows, but like the people that canvas and stuff are not the ones with social anxiety. That they're like, I can talk to a stranger
Well,
and
sure.
not cry.
For canvassing, you would need to have some degree of
Yeah.
at least social ability.
Base level, yeah.
Yeah.
But they still don't want to talk to me.
I mean the people that are.
A few of them do.
I feel like most of the against the wall folks on the internet don't even like Bernie Sanders.
No, they don't like
feel like they're
socialism. They
coming
just want the
around.
gulags.
Yeah.
Oh, the wall guys. No, they
Yeah.
don't like Bernie Sanders. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad for those people more than anybody.
I feel like the tankies kind of went away though.
But they did. Here's why I feel bad for them, because it's like those guys have been around. I've always known people like that, and they're the biggest faggots in the world. And it's like they pick this one thing where like their thing's never gonna get taken away from them.
Yeah,
And
because
they-
it's so subcultural.
Because it's so
yeah.
stupid, and then it's like it weathered that whole like decade of like nerds are cool now.
Oof.
And so like other people that were into like Magic the Gathering had to see their gay thing taken away from them
Yeah.
by Chris Hardwick and turned into this huge where like hot people are going to play D&D or whatever.
Right.
So if you're like if your whole thing has been like I'm a communist or whatever, you stayed safe for the most part until now, and now they're having their
Sorry,
the rug
we're
pulled
gonna
out
make
from
it.
underneath
We're
them.
gonna make it normie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's gonna be the wallpaper.
Yeah,
It's not
communists-
gonna make you special.
Communists used to be like guys in duster jackets at the mall.
I mean, I grew up in Indiana, so like there kind of just weren't any. Like for me, it was labor guys, so it was different. It
But
was
they're
like,
not communists.
No, I mean like that is
Yeah.
a thing. I mean like they would say they're socialists. Or
Communists
whatever, but
were
like
like-
that was my. And then I moved to New York and met very old Jews, and they're cool too. But then I met like the kind of
Let's not
subcultural
get
left
carried
people.
away. But, yeah.
And they no back when Jews were Jews.
Back when Jews were cool.
And
When Bernie
I didn't
dies,
meet
it's going to
any
be
of
the
these
last cool one.
nerds for very late in my kind of socialist education. I'm like, oh, so your thing is that you suck. That's your thing.
Does that lady that
It's
called
another-
you
it's another-
Amber Ass Frost still exist?
I think so.
Molly.
We should get her on.
Yeah.
She's turning 67 years old this year.
Wow.
Actually, I saw a picture of her as a young lady, and she was a striking woman.
She was good. She's an old woman?
I think she's in her 50s or something.
She's pretty
But,
old.
but
Wow, I
she
didn't
was
realize
she
she
was
was an old lady.
There's someone
There's this-
posted a picture of her as
There's a
in
Daguerre
college,
type
and she
of
was
her from college.
gorgeous.
She used to be fine.
It's
Yeah.
Sarah Lawrence in 1914
Oh, yeah?
at the women's retreat.
She was
in
the first. She was the
Aradon-
first Jewess they allowed into a Seven Sisters school.
Wow.
Yeah, the Chappaqua Women's Retreat back before they had any houses built up there. And it was where they would go to have their period. They would all sync up in the woods.
They would learn to sweep.
And, yeah, and they would pretend to be Native American.
All right. How you guys been?
Good. Out in New Hampshire, also fun.
Also very fun.
Cold?
Yeah.
Very cold. I liked it. I mean, canvassing was nice because it was really beautiful. Like we were so rural that it was like, oh, this is like gorgeous woods and everything.
It's beautiful up
Yeah,
there. I
yeah.
mean, I really enjoyed that week I was up there with Justin and Felix.
Mm-hmm. You got to get the full Virgil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any wacky folks, like knocked on their doors, say any wacky stuff to you?
I had like the most stereotypical like Trump voter, the one that's like such a stereotype that you almost think maybe it doesn't exist because it's too on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
But he had like registered Democrat, and I'm like, hey, can I talk to you? I'm here, volunteer from Bernie Sanders. And he comes out and he's wearing like I think he was probably HVAC or something, judging by his jumpsuit with his name on it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And his
He was just draped in like ventilation. Just
and
different-
his mom had answered the door, and she was
He's got
like,
his arms and his
she's like, Jesse. because it's very much a Jesse guy. And I realized like it was him and his like he was like 32 and his like 3 other adult brothers living in their mother's house. And I was like, yeah, so I'm here with Bernie Sanders, and he was like, I don't like Bernie Sanders. I'm like, oh, okay. Can I ask you what's your do you have a second, choice candidate? And he's like, Trump. I'm voting Trump. And I'm like, oh, okay. What do you like about Trump? And he's like, I don't need to talk about this right now. And then he shut the door in my face, and it's like, wow, you are actually scared of women.
Yeah.
I think he expected to trigger me or something. He was eating a pear very angrily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best. I don't know if I told this story before. I was on stage one time in Long Island City, and there was a couple directly in front of the stage. There was like a 65-year-old fucking New York guy, like a very Christopher Walken kind of guy.
Okay.
And then his date was this like very like stately, rail thin, older like African American woman.
Cool.
But with shoulder pads and big.
Oh, very like a
Cool.
King of New York kind of vibe.
Yeah. Just like a very like dated look on the woman. And then he was like, what hair he had was slicked back.
So sick.
Well, together they probably
Like they met during the Harlem Renaissance.
That-
They
That's
probably
so
weighed
cool.
175 pounds combined.
Sick.
And fucking, I was like, who you guys voting for, Trump? And the guy goes, of course, we're normal.
Yeah, you're very normal.
Of course, we're normal.
That fucking rules, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, are you gonna go canvas, Nick?
I'm going to go to South Carolina.
I'm gonna.
Are you guys going?
No,
I'm going
we're going straight to like California for Super Tuesday and hitting 3 cities.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm donating to some of the Philly kids that are going to South Carolina.
I'm going to Nevada. I'll try to do some canvassing.
It seems like
Oh,
it's
man.
easy there because there's like a lot of suburbs, so you get dropped off in a neighborhood and you don't have to walk a lot, right?
Apparently, my sister was telling me, wasted the Bernie kids' time for way too long.
Imagine that.
Yeah, she said.
I have a boy just like you. Come in, I'll show you how to play catch.
I got really
He's
upset
like,
when I heard
I'm
that.
36, sir.
No, it was just like some like scared kid
No,
who just
no.
got there from Iowa,
Oh.
and he was like, and my sister said kept him for like 40 minutes, like telling him what he thinks Bernie, like this kid could call up
Your
Bernie
dad
and say
has
like,
the
oh yeah, this
Dad
man,
just got no
this
pants
crazy,
on, wearing a
this-
long T-shirt.
This
With no
South
pants.
African man in Las Vegas told me a new messaging strategy for your campaign, and my dad thought like he had a direct line, and just like,
He's got to hook
just-
up.
Jesus, it's so embarrassing.
Is your dad one of the elder Jews that hate Bernie because like no one really hates Jews like Jews?
No, well, yes. Well, he doesn't hate Bernie, but
They
he
just don't. They don't think. Cause I have an uncle that's Jewish, and the same thing. They're like, he's too Jewish. He can't win.
no, yeah.
It's like this is more of a you thing.
Yeah.
My
You
dad.
realize that like everyone from the Midwest grew up with Mel Brooks movies. And,
Yeah,
you
it's like
know.
if Bernie wins, it
We
means
love
that
that.
whatever oppression they're imagining in their head doesn't exist.
Oh,
well, yeah,
you're-
no,
that might be
that's
it.
exactly it. My dad says like they'll kill us before they ever let us do it.
Oh my god.
That's his whole thing.
Get
Is
over
that it's like
yourself.
this self-loathing thing where it's like he doesn't believe a Jew could ever be the president.
well,
because-
but it would
because-
also it's not
yeah.
just self-loathing though. I think Nick is right. It would also like
Yeah, they hate us.
eradicate
Yeah.
their like persecution complex.
Exactly,
Yeah.
totally, yeah.
Yeah,
My
Vivian
dad's
Gornick
really
did
being
the same thing.
persecuted against,
Yeah.
sure. They think who did?
Vivian Gornick, she's a memoirist and a former communist, and she's like, they're not going to vote for a Jew. He's too Jewish, and it's like, look, I'm sorry you like became like a neoliberal and lost the faith or whatever.
Well, a
but,
lot of the Jews don't think he's real. Like they think he's not Jewish enough.
he's pretty Jewish.
No, a lot of them are like he's not nice enough to. AIPAC's running fucking ads against him in
Oh,
Nevada.
so they're saying
It's
okay,
so-
they're saying he's
it's-
not Jewish enough because
Yeah.
he's not like a virulent
'Cause he's not
Zionist.
Zionist.
Why?
Yeah.
Like I briefly talked to my uncle about it, and he thought Mike Bloomberg could win. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like Mike Bloomberg is the kind of Jew people
that
don't
everyone
like.
Right,
hates.
right.
That's the one we
He's the
don't.
worst kind.
Those
Yeah.
are the ones that belong in the camps.
Bern is
Middle America loves those Mel Brooks
I
type
agree.
Jews. Those
Nobody-
we love those guys.
Right. As someone that's like always just on the precipice of the windy cliff of anti-Semitism, I can tell you I've not so
You're
much.
repelling.
I have not so much felt a fucking queef of a breeze from Bernie Sanders pushing me over the edge.
No, yeah, he's the best kind. He's
Yeah.
like,
Bloomberg, however,
Mm.
yeah.
we all know there's two kinds, book and money. And they're both the perfect example of either kind. And everyone hates the money ones, of course. And I can say it. All right? And I can say it. I know we're all thinking it, but I can say it.
No, thank you
This
for
is
the
my,
permission.
my Chris Rock, my Chris Rock t-shirt.
That must have been cool to be in New Hampshire to celebrate
It was really
not,
fun.
not just Bernie's win, but Elizabeth Warren's
Oh, it felt so good.
9.5%.
I
What a
wanted to bathe
loser.
in it. Yeah. The people that still like her, like she has a. I mean, first of all, she never had a loyal base anyway, because the people that go after Liz Warren are just complete opportunists who want to network and they see politics as like an alumni mixer. But like the people that are dead obsessed with her still are like psychos, like fucking Moira Donegan psychopaths who would just like vote for Ava Braun if they possibly could, like any woman whatsoever.
Lenny
The pivot-
Riefenstahl is
Yeah.
there's something about her
The
I like.
pivot from Elizabeth Warren to Amy Klobuchar is so funny.
At least Amy's tough. I mean, she's
Yeah.
a right wing cunt, but like I respect her much more. Like she's a killer.
Yeah, I like her. I think it's cool she abuses her staff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. Also, like the people talking about it were like, "Well, you're what, a political intern for a right wing Democrat? Maybe you should be abused a little bit."
That's true.
And she did what exactly? Threw a stapler at somebody?
She threw a binder. She would make people like publicly say like, "I'm sorry, my boss is late because I'm bad at my job, incompetent." She would humiliate
Have
people.
some
Hold on.
self-respect.
That is
Fucking quit.
still not as bad as making people do the we are Walmart chant.
That's probably true.
Like team building based on like making
Corporate
people lie
identity.
about being optimistic about their job is way worse
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
than
yeah.
just fucking beating somebody down for
Yeah.
fucking up.
She
Zizek
would-
talked about that. He's
she
like,
would
when he's talking about his son, he's like, I tell my son, go see your grandmother because it'll make her happy, and that's the good thing that you do. He's like, if I was an American parent, I would say, you're going to have so much fun, but that's psycho shit.
Right.
Well, it's also it's more damaging to the soul. If you were to be late to your job at Walmart and your manager made you go and say, "I'm sorry, everybody, I'm a fucking loser and I was late to work," it's like at least your display would match your feelings,
Yeah.
which is shame and disappointment in yourself that you wound up at Walmart or whatever happened.
Right.
To be forced every single day to go in there and they're like, "How excited are we to be here?" it creates a dissonance.
Yeah,
based on-
it's really dark.
Yeah,
That's
way
why
worse.
Cool Hand Luke is so troubling when they finally, quote unquote, break him. It's like, it's difficult to watch someone embrace that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm being driven nuts by your fucking microphone's doing that thing again.
What am I?
I don't know.
I think you're
man.
rubbing it against your mustache.
No, there's like something. I think the cable's fucked up because I talked to a couple.
Should I
of people.
unplug and plug?
No, it has something to do with the way the cable's like wrapped or something. That it's.
You have more audio problems than any podcast.
Hey,
in
I
the
got
world.
bad luck, dude. People don't. I got big picture good luck, small picture bad luck.
Yeah,
And-
you're constantly beset by mild inconveniences.
He's
Yeah.
constantly not receiving packages on Amazon,
Yeah,
But hey, that's life.
threatening to kill members of the United States Postal Service.
I've never threatened to kill any individual. I would like to challenge the Postmaster General to a fist fight.
what about a duel? What
That'd
about like
be
an
cool.
old timey?
See, that's the thing that was cool about the fucking 1800s. It's like people talk about, the founding fathers wanted this or that. The founding fathers also said you could kill the president if he insulted you,
That's true.
as long as you followed the rules to do so. That was an option available to you, that you could publicly challenge the president to a duel.
It's pretty cool.
And if they backed down, Good luck with your reelection.
Yeah, everyone
Coward.
knows you're a pussy now.
You're a bitch, dude.
Yeah.
I would love that. I'm gonna bring that back. I just challenge
Duels.
Elizabeth Warren to a duel.
She'd bring a bow and arrow.
Yeah, that would be funny.
I would love to duel
Mhm.
Pete.
But he's a trained killer.
You saw how he was
Yeah.
holding that gun,
He
dude.
could probably kill you with like a
No,
pen.
That picture of him, he doesn't know how to hold a gun. He just went there to take pictures. He went to the troops just like how kids go on birthright and then like go to do fake Israeli army training for a day, and they give him like costumes.
Yeah,
and
I mean he's deep state. He's not a soldier.
Right.
Would you give me the Kleenex?
stuff. Sure. Were you about to bust?
About to bust.
About to come from talking about Mayor Pete.
Mm-hmm.
You're about to bust because you're thinking of
Fucking
Chasten.
hate that little shit so much. I swear to God, I hate him so much. God, Adam, you're bad at everything.
Well, it was empty. I'm
What
sorry.
is this shirt you're wearing?
This, my friend.
I know you've been waiting for everyone to ask you about it.
No, my friend in Tokyo gave it to me. He made it.
Oh, okay.
Your friend in
My
Tokyo.
Japanese friend, yes. I have Japanese friends now, guys. They actually respect me there.
A sumo guy and then an autistic Japanese guy.
Well, I found out that a lot of them just didn't speak English the entire time I was hanging out with them.
Adam
That's
thought
ideal for
Adam
you.
thought he was crushing.
I
They
thought
were
I
just
was
being
crushing.
Polite. They had no idea what he was saying.
They're just laughing at what I was saying, I think, just to be nice.
Where they're laughing
I was
at
like,
you.
wow, these people really respect me. No. It was the cool thing about this trip was that last time we just chilled, but like with ourselves. But I met some nice people there.
Yeah, you mingled.
So-
I
Did
you
like
go
my
to
little present,
Savoy?
by the way. Thank you again.
What did I go to where?
Savoy,
What's that?
the pizza place.
Oh no, I went to a different pizza place, a Neapolitan pizza place. There's like one in Naples and one in Tokyo, and it was some of the best pizza I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, Savoy.
Yeah, because
was
they're
the-
like really big, like Italophiles.
They
or
love
whatever.
Italian food. The neighborhood I stayed in was just all Italian
On account of the
restaurants.
fascism.
Well, Japanese people get obsessed with shit, and so
Yeah.
like if they get fixated on something, they can do it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fan culture there is hilarious. Like they
Yeah, this is
still,
why it's always
you'll be in a
insane.
bar and they play the Beatles, and you're like,
Yeah.
and like you're like, that sounds. It's weird to hear
Yeah.
that. You
This
know,
is like one of those things, though, where like when they would talk about like cultural appropriation with regards to the Japanese, and I have a friend who's Japanese and is like a Japanese translator, and she's like, "Yeah, that concept doesn't exist for us.
Yeah,
You would have to spend
appropriate
so
everything.
much time
doesn't
trying to
exist
explain
anywhere
It doesn't exist
except-
anywhere,
yeah.
but it hasn't even like caught on in the weird academic like Western circles where it catches on in
Mm-hmm.
other places. They're just like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna go be rockabilly now."
I just
Yeah.
rewatched Mishima. So good,
yeah,
so good.
yeah.
Just as a character, like a fucking fascist nationalist gay guy.
Mhm.
That's such a good character.
yeah.
a guy that wants to-
a gay incel.
Yeah, a guy that wants to reinstate the monarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty gay.
It is.
Makes
I guess
sense.
monarchy is pretty gay.
Yeah. Well,
To
I mean,
be
so is
into it.
fascism, kind of, where it's like we're gonna make everything nice and neat,
Yeah,
clean lines. You know,
yeah. Cute
they had
uniforms.
style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hugo Boss, Chanel, the whole thing.
Chanel was fascist.
She was a
Coco?
comprador. Yeah.
She was Vichy.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah. Clean lines.
I wonder how many of the French were like so stoked to be Vichy.
Probably quite a few.
I
They're
don't-
not. They're like the one like
They're seen as
European
traitors,
country that still really has a problem with the Jews.
but I can't. I feel like if your duty is to be as French as possible, that seems like the logical conclusion is to help the Nazis as soon as they invade.
But then you're not French. They're like,
But that is
trying to make it
but,
German.
But you are essentially French then. To be like, actually, fuck my country.
Just to
I
be
just-
disdainful
yeah.
of your French.
You can rape
yeah.
my wife. I don't care. Please, just to give me a job.
It's true. That's
And-
galaxy brain Frenchness.
Yeah,
I suppose. Yeah, it makes sense to me.
I still love that their like best comedian is that Dudon guy.
don't- yeah.
The guy that does the
Yeah.
inverted
The
Heil
Holocaust?
Hitler.
I don't think so. Just going to jail, crushing. He's their dice. He goes on stage.
Did
What?
you hear about this guy who Macron appointed and like somebody leaked like a video of him jacking?
No.
Yeah. He's
beating
just
off?
yeah.
Is it a good video?
I don't know. I've looked for it. Also, I don't know what he looks like, so I don't want to I don't want to see.
Hey, people got to beat off, dude.
Yeah.
I was talking to this French dude last night actually, and he was like, "Yeah, my mother, she found a family video, like a reel from the 1940s and or 30s, and so the whole family get together to watch the video, and then my entire mother's side of the family just wearing Nazi uniform."
You didn't screen it first.
No, they found like some like dusty ass like old like
Okay, but when you want
home
to take
video.
a peek,
Yeah.
Well, it was like they were like, oh, we're all gonna watch this for the first time. They just found out that their mother's entire side of the family were Nazis. So funny.
They all had uniforms too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it must
well-
have been high up in there.
Yeah, I think he said that they made like silverware or something that was so nice that the Nazis let them be Nazis.
Wow.
It was such nice silverware.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty gay.
That's so gay. French
Well,
people
they
are
didn't.
such-
They didn't bomb Paris because they thought it was too pretty.
Oh, it's
Like,
fantastic.
they were like, "Well, we'll keep that." Yeah, and then they're like England. They're like, "Fuck this place," and just bomb the shit out of it.
Yeah. I would bomb Paris.
It's pretty.
I would make that decision.
You
If
would
I
do it?
had to.
If that was your call.
Oh, you had
If
to.
it's-
If
yeah.
you were a Nazi,
If that was your call.
No, I mean if I was in charge of the United States military.
Mhm.
If that was the only way to stop Israel was to bomb Paris.
they're one of the most anti-Israel countries, though.
Yeah.
No, well,
It'd be
yeah,
great. I
That's
mean,
just because they don't like
we
Jews.
could be
Yeah.
a generation away from a president that gets in there, and as soon as he's in there, he's like, "Nuke Israel. Let's do it. We're going. We're doing it." I bit my tongue. I knew. I got in here. We're doing it. Give me the codes.
Yeah, but they got that thing right, that mutually assured destruction.
They
thing.
have,
Mm-hmm.
Project Samson, which is that if a
Project Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son. If
Project.
put that on the board.
I'm coming, Lisbeth. There's only 6 spots, and not getting rid of that guy.
Yeah,
No,
We need-
that's a keeper.
That's staying.
Silence.
That one's on there. And then-
If a nuke is flying towards Israel, they just pull the cord and then just take out everyone around them. Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, Jordan, everyone's gone.
What if it's like not a nuke though? Like it seems like that's a very dangerous.
What if it's
like,
a weather balloon?
Yeah.
that
Hilarious.
sounds like it's the real final
That's
solution.
where you
so
need
it's
to play
kind of
that.
is. They
That's
can't
the
put
nuke.
on that.
Yeah.
Put on the guitar.
It's a weather balloon. No, I was gonna say put on the curb.
Oh
thing.
yeah, you could do that too. That both works.
So
That's the theme to
Yeah,
Israel
well,
actually
huh?
killing everyone.
No, yeah, do what you want. I'm not saying you can't do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys have any Valentine's plans tonight?
I'm gonna look at people's Instagram posts of them and their relationships, and then not like them.
I cleaned my ceiling fan.
Uh-huh.
That's something you do once every 3 years, and you're like,
Feels so good.
"What is this? Is like, it's like a haunted house up there.
Where do I
It's
live?
like
really
my-
disturbing.
It's like fucking the Tales from the Crypt guy."
There's
It was really
bones.
disturbing. It was really gross. It took like a roll of paper towels. I don't even understand why it sticks to it.
Yeah,
It's like
it doesn't make
dryer
any-
lint.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make a thing that hooks that you can go, or like one of those little dinosaur mouths.
Oh
You
yeah.
bunch up
Little
some paper-
grabber.
Yeah, some paper towels and put them up there.
I got on my ladder. Did the whole thing.
Yeah,
Felt
you got
good.
a nice ladder.
Yeah, you got high ceilings.
I got high ceilings.
Tiny pussy, big ceiling.
Small.
That's what they
pussy.
say.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Oh man, yeah, you got a sick crib, Amber.
Yeah.
Sorry
Are
to
you
leak that to the audience.
Are you still moving to Europe?
I mean, I can't until like after like Bernie.
Oh, okay.
I'm a bride of Bernie
I
at the
didn't know
moment.
if that was still your plan.
I'd like to. I'd have to figure out a way to get a visa, which is hard because I don't have a real job.
Mm.
And you want to move to the UK, or
I don't know.
because now it's like, I would, now because you don't get EU membership anymore.
You can still get an EU passport.
Oh, yeah.
It depends how they negotiate Brexit.
Yeah,
I don't even know where they landed on that, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Apparently,
I'll
I
marry
could
someone.
I could
Yeah.
apply to get an EU passport
Why?
because my mom's dad
To Auschwitz?
fled the Holocaust.
The Auschwitz
Yes.
stamp on the passport is
The only place I'm allowed to
You
go.
can come back, but you got to live in the camp. You're only allowed to go.
It's lovely nowadays.
I would love to
It's
eventually
much nicer.
be in a position where I have enough money to buy Auschwitz.
Make a
would
theme
turn it
park.
to a water park. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make a Holocaust theme park.
Six Schlitterbahn Auschwitz.
Schlitterbahn sounds kind of Nazi.
Yeah,
no,
it's German themed water park in Texas.
Yeah, do a do it like a Jimmy Buffett themed water park. Just tear
A
down-
Margaritaville.
Tell you what, I'm just a parrot head, and I wanted to turn this place
Right.
around.
You could see where it used to say Arbach Mike Fry, because it's kind of faded, but then it just says, "Welcome to Margaritaville." It's just- yeah, just whatever the most disrespectful thing to do.
I had a
They
friend.
had people over, and they housed like refugees, not in the camp part, which is torn down, but in what would have been the officers' barracks. And people got really mad, and they're like, they're putting them in the
Were like
camps.
Syrian refugees? Or
Yeah,
something?
and it's like, well, they put them in the officers' barracks. Those were probably
Yeah,
pretty
that's
nice.
respect, dude. That's respect right there.
Where
That's the most German thing in the world, to just be like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. It's just practical space. We are not using it.
where Rafe Fiennes lived. Is Auschwitz in? Isn't it in Poland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Poland.
Yeah.
Poland.
My friend's grandfather made their entire family just as a family vacation before he died, go to all the camps.
Somebody
that
sent me some
sucks.
post from some woman that was
That
like,
is, that is not a good vacation.
It was his dream before he
I saw
died.
a tweet from some lady that was like, everyone has to go to Auschwitz. I went twice last year.
Twice.
Yeah, and it's like, I just love the idea of someone being like, I'm kind of burned out on Auschwitz.
I'm going to try Treblinka this
Yeah.
year, yeah.
I've hit Auschwitz too many times. Kind of burned out on it, to be honest with you.
I'm over it.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
yeah, I'm sort of all Auschwitzed out. Was now both of you?
Now we're both
We
sick.
got both of you going. Yeah, I was fucked up on Sunday.
Dude, you got like food poisoning or
I
something.
don't know
right?
what it was. I woke up, my like liver hurt,
Hmm.
and I felt weird, and then I'm like, maybe I should try throwing up, and I just threw up like a bunch of bile.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Like,
bad.
like a shit
Yeah.
ton of it.
Like the acidy.
Well, yeah, well, it means bile.
It looks
when-
like orange.
It's
right?
when you're like
Mine is green.
yeah, it's green. It's yellowish green. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, when you're like done throwing up, when you have food poisoning, and then you're like dry heaving, and eventually
It's
some
awful.
comes up. Like
Yeah.
you get some bile. This
Yeah.
was just a lot of bile.
Just
Oh.
buckets.
like immediately.
Oh yeah, you're
that's
dying,
not good.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
You're rotten from the
Who
inside.
cares?
Uh huh.
When I get that, I just drink a whole bunch of water so it doesn't hurt as much coming up.
Well,
Yeah,
then you
I'm just
drink
like
the water and you throw that
kombucha
up.
and kefir is what I'm doing. And if that doesn't work,
Die.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Well, I was saying, worst case scenario, I'm dying. You
Yeah.
know,
And then
it's not like you can go to jail.
your worries are over.
Right,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any stomach problems, which is usually I think that there are two types of
I'm
Two types of anxious
constantly
people.
stomach problems.
they're anxious vomiters and they're anxious shitters.
Yeah.
And I'm generally a puker, but I haven't puked. It's been a pretty good trip.
Oh yeah.
Just this
I
flu.
shit like 3 times a day still.
I mean, that can be okay if you eat a lot of fiber.
No, I think it's because I am lactose intolerant. I just never dealt with it.
You know,
There was that
'cause you're weak.
infomercial that would
you're a
come on.
weak semi.
Yeah, I have like
I can drink
Congenital
milk
birth
straight
defects.
out the titty. I'll
my,
be fine.
My ancestors were all cousins.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
There was that infomercial that would come on late at night with that weird guy with like the drawn on goatee, and he would be like,
Billy Mays.
"No, it was about shitting." And he's like, I went into the bathroom and I looked at my daughter's bowel movements, and I thought, how could something so large come out of such a small girl?
Wait, what was this a commercial for?
It was an infomercial for some like how to go to the bathroom system.
Oh, like a squatty potty thing?
No, it was way more than Squatty Potty. It was like a book that taught you how to shit.
You know what? I think I figured it out.
Yeah.
I think I have pretty healthy shits.
Yeah. Did you ever watch TV Carnage?
Wait. No.
No.
That rings
Yeah.
a bell, but I don't think so.
It
What
was
is
good.
it?
It was like a compilation of some guy. I think he does stuff for Adult Swim, but he has like this series of DVDs where he like each one is set to a theme, and he just has like all of this.
Yes.
Yeah, he just has
An
all,
ex-boyfriend had a couple of those.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I used to back when I smoked weed when I was like 19, 20. I loved that shit.
Yeah.
But it's just all like footage from infomercials and
Yeah.
stuff, and they cut so quickly, and it's very funny.
Yeah.
Well, it's also because like if you didn't have like that, I think YouTube was still sort of in its infancy.
Yeah,
and
YouTube
so
was
like
new.
there wasn't like a total like
Uh-huh.
wellspring of just weird content
Yeah.
always available
And
to
it
you.
was also too. It's like if, especially if you like grew up without cable, you have so many infomercials
Yeah.
like baked into your memory from just
Mhm.
TV would end, and then you would just be like, well, I guess I'm watching this commercial over and
Mhm.
over again.
Yeah.
The things that I would do, because there was no way to be entertained. I mean, it's like you can't go online and get in a fight with. I mean, I guess you could, but
I would
not
beat
like
off
Twitter.
to Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, I had a VHS tape with like recorded like "Call now, horny women are waiting for you." I had like 5 of those on a VHS
Yeah.
tape.
I had
I've-
like movies that were very sexually forward to me that I would just rent over and over again.
Like,
Like
what?
what?
I think when I was like 12 or 13, like the Doors movie,
Mhm.
which is a
Really?
very bad movie, but it's peak Val Kilmer.
I mean,
Like
he's
peak.
It's funny.
fucking
It's
Val
like you were
Kilmer.
like, I'm thinking like as soon as you said that, in my mind's going to like the fucking the pool scene from
in
Richmond
Wild
High.
Things.
The Wild Things.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking Denise Richards and Starship Troopers.
It's harder. It's
10
harder to
of 10.
find like
Right.
men. or
yeah, well,
whatever
that's what I mean. I forgot that
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not,
that I like penis.
Yeah, right. It's just
Yeah, people regularly forget that I like penis.
Well, because almost no one does. You know,
What do you mean, like penis?
most women are like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I
I'm a
masturbated the
fan.
other day," and you're like, "To what?" And they're like, "This picture of my friend Rachel." And you're like, "Oh, cool." I guess that's all right.
It's not even like an erotic picture. She's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
she's doing a selfie with a sandwich.
Gay men are the only people having honest style sex.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, they just
I don't know
dress
what
up.
honest is.
Dress up like legionnaires.
Yeah, good,
March into
honest,
the
hard-working
woods.
sex.
One of them sacrifices
pail.
their bottom to the other for the good of the Legion.
Exactly. Honorable.
They should
gay
call
sex.
it Legionnaire's disease. Then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jeremy, it's your turn to take one for the 13th.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because I lived kind of across the street from a video rental place, and I would just rent the same stuff over and over again.
Is it in Errol's?
No, it was like a family-owned one.
Oh, classic. Did they have the beaded curtain with porn behind
No,
it?
it didn't have that. Although
Oh.
I might have tried to steal some if I was.
Make it a blockbuster night, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
We were
Blockbusted.
a blockbusted family. And then my dad used to get pissed off at them all the time
For
Why?
what?
Late fees?
for late fees. Yeah. I mean, they really did fuck you on late fees, but he'd be like,
You promised the consumer something, and you've lied. You've lied to me.
Just some like high 17.
to
17-year-old.
like a
Yeah, yeah,
child.
yeah.
To literally a child. Some
sir.
guy with acne.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Stav was a Stav worked at Blockbuster, which is unreal because he knows nothing about movies.
He's
Did he
never
work at
seen a
Blockbuster?
movie.
I thought he was
He's seen like Greek movies.
Yeah.
I
He
thought he
really
was-
did grow up as an immigrant.
Yeah, you missed it, but when Felix was here, he said he'd never seen Forrest Gump.
No, I listened to that because Felix told me, and then he got so mad because he didn't understand he doesn't understand the concept of fiction. It's like, it's kind
Also, he was saying he was like what? So he like just never stops and takes breaks. Somebody pointed out to me they literally address that in the movie. He's like, well, I would stop to go to the bathroom or
Yeah.
sleep when I need
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
So there goes your whole theory, Stav.
Also, like,
Hope you're enjoying Texas.
But also, do you think he would like a cinema verite like thing that record? Like he's going to get really into Chantal Ackerman movies where she just makes a meatloaf for 2 hours. Like he
Yeah.
wouldn't like a movie that shows.
Also,
I don't know. He
If-
might like a meatloaf for 2
It's
hours.
true. Yeah, a woman
He
with
might
big
like
tits
that.
Yeah,
making
he's like,
meatloaf. is
that's
actually-
fucking awesome, dude. I'm getting into art now.
oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I mean, he's right though. That movie does suck.
It's a bad movie, but
Yeah.
it is like a cultural touchdown.
Stav's often right.
How do you
for
not
the wrong
accidentally
reasons.
see it though? Like it's such a cultural like
yeah,
background.
exactly. It's
You
just
know?
it. Like I don't remember ever seeking out Forrest Gump.
No, but you have
and
to
if
see
somebody
it
puts
10
it on in
times.
front of you.
Yeah.
It's like the detritus of boomerism. It's just inescapable.
It's like the show Entourage.
Yeah.
It's like I've somehow seen every episode
Yeah.
and I never intended on watching any.
Yeah. I watched Ghost again the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was on constant. I would just see it
It
all
was
the
just
time.
always on TV.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ghost. The best movie that was put on TV constantly was Christine. They used to play that on TV all the time.
Yeah.
Which, people didn't really deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I know what
What do
you're
you
saying.
mean?
It's too good for network television.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else was shit. It was like Christine and Bloodsport got played on fucking Paramount Television. Before it was UPN, it was Paramount Television.
Wow.
And they would play Christine and Bloodsport fucking constantly.
I think it might be back, the Paramount Network, but on cable.
And Into the Mouth of Madness.
You didn't have cable, but I watched Rodney Dangerfield's Back to School because it was on Comedy Central literally every
Yeah.
single day.
My mom
I've
used to do
probably
the
seen it
thing.
100 times.
My mom used to do the thing where you would, Adam, you'll like this, because we were very broke for most of my childhood. But she would do the thing where you get like the free month of cable, and then cancel it and not pay, and then she would just reopen new accounts. like a couple of months later, so
Oh,
we would
yeah.
off and on have cable.
I
so she could watch IFC and Bravo.
My
back when
dad
they
had
showed
a
ballets.
dispute with the cable company, and then he yelled at me, and he's like, "We don't read enough books." But it was really that
Yeah,
the,
it was
the
right,
cable
yeah,
was
yeah.
getting cut off.
I always
And-
wanted to be one of those guys. When I was a kid, I always wanted to grow up and be one of the guys that knew how to like hack cable.
Oh, black box guys?
Yeah, that and like how to like do like the thing from the Italian Job where you whistle into the phone. You're like, you just got free long distance calls.
Did you like hackers?
What was it called?
I did.
Freaking, right?
Yeah.
Freakers
When
used to
it's-
whistle into phones.
Before it was hacking, it was freaking.
Yeah, freaking. That's such a funny term.
Like phone freak.
Yeah, my man freaking.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking to women all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
My man.
So we just use it to Romeo dial.
Yeah.
All the way in India. You just got free Romeo dialing for the rest of your life.
Oh man.
Maybe I should rewatch the Italian Job. I
It
wonder
is
if that's any good.
funny,
The-
like if
the
I like
original or
when I
the
go
Mark
to
Wahlberg
the spam.
one? Sorry, the first one sucks, dude. I just rewatched the first one. Well, I'd never seen it, but the one with Michael Caine.
Yeah, I was talking about the Mark Wahlberg one.
The Mark Wahlberg one is sick.
I don't need to see. Have you ever seen what's the fucking what's the Steven Seagal movie about like environmentalism? It's like,
Oh, it's a more recent one.
yeah, well, it's in the 90s. But
Yeah.
it's got Michael Caine in it, and he's supposed to be like some Texas businessman.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What exactly y'all doing?"
Actually, Michael Caine figured out a really good specific type of Texas accent for some kids movie that he did or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, but it was that kind of weird Western blue skies Texas, like Sam Elliott kind of Texas. But I was very impressed because
I didn't know he could do accents.
I mean,
He's got that Cockney thing.
right. He just sounds
He
cocky.
just talks like this.
Yeah. I had gay sex once.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
At first, I was scared, and then it felt right.
He's a big Tory. I
Is
believe
he
he
a Tory?
is not a fan of ethnic minorities. I think that's why.
Well, keep England English. That's what I said.
If you don't like minorities, do you suddenly like them once they become the majority?
No.
Yeah, they're just
Then you become-
majoritarians. Is what
Yeah.
they are. Yeah.
Then you become.
Can that be my stance? Can I just explain that to people?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, there's just not that many. of
Just
them.
like big number. How good can they be?
Right. It's not. If there were more of them, maybe I'd understand. But you barely see them. Why would I like something? It's like pistachio ice cream. It sounds disgusting. Just because it's out there somewhere doesn't mean that it's good.
It's so good.
Pistachio ice cream.
So good.
What are you, a fucking Muslim?
No, shut up. It is really good.
What are you, a fucking packy with your pistachio ice cream?
Dude, yeah.
I've had it. I had a brief romance with pistachio ice
It's
cream.
really good.
It is good.
The Haagen-Dazs pistachios.
It's fucking okay the first couple times you have it because there's a novelty factor.
no,
The
it's
nuttiness.
really good.
But coming from somebody that like overindulges on everything, you
Yes.
get bored of it quick.
For an obsessive personality.
Yeah. Like it's like the specialty Kit Kats, like the matcha Kit Kats. The first time you
It's
have
in
them, they're like
Japan,
great.
yeah.
But I ate an entire box of them in 2 or
Fuck.
3 days.
We had, when we were in New Hampshire, these people who came into Canvas from somewhere in Massachusetts brought us, like, their dad owns a chain of, like, ice cream, like a small chain of ice cream shit. So they brought us a bunch of ice cream. We had this flavor they made called tiger milk, where they just soak all of the cream in frosted flakes before making the ice cream with
Oh,
it.
I thought you meant it was like Charlie Sheen.
No, it's
H.I.
tiger's blood.
Oh, tiger blood.
Yeah. I mean, it might have had AIDS in it. I don't know.
HIV ice cream.
We're
It
giving
was
AIDS
so
to
good,
kids.
though. It was so good. It's cereal milk ice cream. It's really good.
That's so good.
I'm the stupidest.
I wish I
fucking
could get it,
in
but
the
I won't.
room.
That
is
was amazing.
That
That's
is
the greatest
forever.
quote.
That is
The best
forever
quote.
one of the funny.
Yeah, just giving someone
jacking
AIDS,
off the chop.
giving someone AIDS, and then while they're crying and then being like, "Why didn't you tell me?" and be like, "Look, we're both gonna have it." When he goes, "When you get this, and you will get it."
Oh my god.
We'll finally be able to be together. So you should appreciate that I even told you now instead of not telling you at all like some people would. And then she's crying and he goes, fuck me, I'm the stupidest fucking in the room. Which is
She could have taken PEP and probably gotten out of it.
prep. I think this was the
Pre-PEP.
pre-prep. Yeah.
Pre-prep.
Well, there's PrEP and there's PEP.
Pep.
PEP is post-exposure.
Oh, it's like
PrEP
the
is
morning
pre-exposure.
after pill
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you just got raw dog.
How about
Yeah,
like
it's actually pretty effective.
how about
It
a
works well.
cocktail?
but it makes you sick. It's actually probably better to just be on PrEP.
It gives you a little bit of AIDS just for a day or two.
How about ordering like a prep C
Touch of
at the
AIDS.
bar?
You get a prep.
Yeah, let me get a prep C.
I'd like a diet prep.
I want a diet Pepsi. It's diet Pepsi and prep, and then Seagrams.
It's a great drug.
a diet.
Great drug. Saves lives.
Oh, you don't have it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll be taking my business.
I don't know.
elsewhere.
I feel like prep's kind of like hand sanitizer. You know what I mean? Where it's like kills 99.9% of AIDS, and then it's like that 0.1% of AIDS that doesn't kill. They're like, bad news, guys. AIDS is back, and it's got a leather jacket and a fucking Harley, and it's taking names.
It's new AIDS.
and all the names are Troy, fucking Tyler. They're gay names.
They're kidding.
Lance.
Lance.
Lance is a really gay name.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. I think I can't. I don't know if I've ever known a single Lance.
I have an
Other
Uncle
than
Lance.
Lance Bass.
I have an Uncle
A
Lance.
gay man.
He's a virulent homophobe, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
Damn, probably because he's got that name.
Yeah, I think so. It's like heterosexual ballet dancers are the
boy.
most sexist ones.
That
They gotta
guy-
have something to prove.
Boy named Sue kind of complex.
Yeah. Boy named Lance.
A boy
Actually,
named-
Sue is probably a cooler name to have than Lance.
Yeah. Well, Sue could be like some weird Texas multi-gender name.
Yeah.
Like you can meet a guy from Texas and he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, my name's Dorothy."
And he
like,
runs
what?
the local saloon.
Yeah, what?
And he killed 3 men.
So yeah, my name is Mackenzie. How you doing? My name is Bethany Clearwater.
What was the name that you said you wanted to have? Dolores? Or
I can't.
you said you wanted to have a female name that was like
Beverly. yeah.
so
Beverly,
someone
yeah.
could say it with the Jean-Luc Picard voice.
Yeah.
Beverly.
My name's Beverly. Well, that's one of the doctor's names in what's the Cronenberg movie about the gynecologist?
Dead Ringers.
Dead Ring.
The
Fuck,
twin-
that's
the
a good
twins,
movie.
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
such a good movie.
Yeah.
Rocks.
Oh,
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking. And also, true, women are monsters.
Wait, is that the one where Jeremy Iron plays the twin doctors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another Tory.
He's
one
a
of them's
Tory
names.
too.
One of them is named Beverly.
Beverly.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, God, that's a good movie.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have a little. I'm kind of burned out on Cronenberg. Actually,
I go through phases. I watched Existence a couple months ago.
He was
I
like
think,
one of
it
the-
might be my favorite.
He was like
Cronenberg.
one of the first directors I liked when I was
Yeah.
a wee lad.
Like one of the
When you're like, oh, movies can be art.
yeah
Yeah.
the art, the
One of
high
the-
art guys.
yeah, you're like 12 or whatever. You get into Scorsese like every boy does.
Yeah, sure.
And then I think I got into Jarmusch after that.
Oh, yeah, I got
Mhm.
really.
And
I'm still a Jarmusch stan. I don't
Yeah.
care that it's basic bitch shit.
Jarmusch and Cronenberg,
Yeah.
and then because when I was a teenager, fucking Eastern Promises and A History of Violence.
So fucking good.
Those movies are awesome.
Both of them. So
That
fucking
I
good.
would have killed for Eastern Promises as a 12-year-old trying to rent things.
Yeah. Well, Eastern
You
Promises
could have
came
jacked
out-
off to that fight scene.
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Just naked men
In
trying
the
to kill each
schwitz?
other. That's all I want.
Man, Amber. Now the boys are putting that on the Amber spreadsheet. I'm sure.
This is why they can't talk to you when they when they see you in New
She
Hampshire.
likes naked combat.
She likes guys instead of girls. She doesn't masturbate to her friend Rachel. Damn, I kind of want like a big blueberry muffin. Yeah, my name is Beverly Clearwater. I love nothing more than
Or
big-
rancher.
Big blueberry muffin.
I like the little ones that have the fake chemical blueberries in
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
little
yeah.
so
fucking
good.
gas
Little,
I like-
station
little
muffins.
Debbie's.
I like to put them in my
Right.
mouth and then squish them until they're like a...
I like those muffins because they have like a skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like a glaze.
I
Yeah,
love
they
that.
glisten.
Yeah,
They
I
glisten.
love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, folks, that's it for this week.
Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Sorry, I wasn't more interesting.
No, Amber.
Hey,
Thank you
know
so
what?
much. You
Honestly,
filled in
this
valiantly.
This is exactly the kind of show I want to do, which is casual, fucking hanging
We're all
out.
kind of tired.
all kind of tired, but no, this is the kind of talk radio vibe that I like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Welcome to Cum Town.
Yep.
It's kind of a Tom
comes on-
Joyner kind of vibe.
Comes on at fucking 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning.
You're driving.
You're driving.
It's-
You're on the road.
It's nighttime.
You're
You don't
like-
want to fall asleep.
You're like, what the fuck is this? Why would anyone listen to it?
You're
And
on
then-
trucker speed.
Then 2 hours later, you're like, you know what? Fine.
Yeah.
Fine, I'm listening to it. I don't care. I got another 15 minutes till I hit Yuma. I'm going to crash at the Motel 6.
Uh-huh.
We'll power through the rest of the trip tomorrow.
Yeah.
I really like blueberry muffins.
Uh-huh.
And then just that.
That's it.
Bye.
Bye.
Later. That's it.
Bye.
Bye.
Later. That's it.
Bye.
Bye.
Later. That's it.